It's a stadium so big you can easily spot it flying into Dallas-Fort Worth for a game. This is AT&T Stadium here in Arlington. The holidays have arrived. Thank you for spending a part of them with us. We're away in Week 16 on EA Sports. This will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
First play is to the air. And down he goes. The Cowboy defense gets it done. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kate, we're one snap in, and already this defense has potentially killed this opening drive. And remember how valuable every possession is in the NFL. Talk about setting an immediate tone by this defense.
Let's go.
After the sack, another pass on second down. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys take over on his 5th interception of the season. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
They'll run it for the first time with Jalen Warren. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 3 now.
Here we go, sack. Go.
Now looking to throw. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. First time this game they've looked to him. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Got it. Ready?
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
60 now. Ready? Mustang 19. Ready?
Setting up a throw. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Breaks the tackle, still going. And the Jets are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. The caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. And he's going to be out of bounds right along the 20. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
the 20 on second down. Pass taken in by Diggs. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Pass play now. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. Oh, play didn't develop like he needed. He goes out behind the line.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. They'll throw it. He's got it. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Left side, gets it out quick, and it's caught. And in, touchdown, New York. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
So they tag him for roughing the kicker, and now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball. Drive. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Now we give to Warren, coming right. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Wrapped up on that play by big Quinnen Williams. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
From the 34. Brought in by Jake Ferguson. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Let's go.
Warren running between the tackles. And he's going to have this one down to the 43 on a good run. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Spiking 18.
They'll go again with Warren. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Roger McCreary on the stop. On gain of a yard, brings up 3rd and 1.
And it's a nickel look from the Jets, 3rd down.
Ready.
He's going to throw this one. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, it's fascinating how those routes you run so many times in practice become a whole lot more difficult in the actual game. That was an important 3rd and short to convert. Very surprised to see that play fail.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th.
Set. Ready.
Quick pass left side. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. They went for it and got the 4 yards they needed, and that keeps this drive alive.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Here we go. Set. Check go.
Throwing from the gun. Finds his back, Jalen Warren. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
Ready. Hut, hut.
Throwing it again here. He'll get this one to Brown. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Set. Get up.
From the 21. Has him on the quick hitter. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas. They've got a man in motion.
Cup 19. Cup 19. Panther 11. Panther 11. Go.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to bring this one down to the 4-yard line. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. They send a man in motion.
Say,
Man in motion, out of the slot. On second down, Warren. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Brought down back at the 8-yard line.
On the ready.
We've hit the end of one in this showdown between two of the league's best. Neither side separating much so far. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Time for our second quarter now. Let's see if the Cowboys can capitalize here in the red zone. Putting a receiver in motion.
Buffalo 18.
Shotgun now on third down. Has it in close. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
And we'll have a Cowboys field goal try coming up. This only a chip shot from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Able to hit home, complete. And he pushes this up to midfield before going out. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch. And it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
From midfield now. And pass is complete to McBride. He does it! Touchdown, New York! The Jets now lead by 10. It's a Jerry Jeudy touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves. Check out.
Trying an inside give to Warren. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, kid. I know you do. And this one was about will power. He got the rock a long way from the chains and put his teammates on his back for a heck of a run and a great try at that first down.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches.
Let's go. Hut, hut.
Warren once more. Oh, he loses the football. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half.
Yet another example why the ball finds its way in this guy's hands time after time. He's a playmaker, and he knows how to get the yards they need. Maybe not a ton there, but enough to move the sticks.
19 light. 70 range. 70 range. Get up.
Pass play on 1st and 10. That one's complete right side. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43.
Here we go. Set. Go.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Throw complete to Warren. And he's taken down at the 30. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You know, kid, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
60 Bobcat. Ready. Warrior 70. 60 Eagle. 60 Eagle. 79 Bronco. Ready, ready.
Back now, pressure on its way. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, it's difficult on a defense.
On first down, Warren. And they make the stop, but a lot closer to the end zone now. He got it to the 11. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. Looking for a throw here. This throw is caught. And it looks like he went out of bounds right at that 7-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that picks up a 1st and goal.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Come on, set.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. So the incompletion on first, here's 2nd and goal.
Go. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Ready.
Warren here from the gun. And he's brought down for a loss.
I don't know how you try another run here. They simply won't be moved defensively in the trenches. If you're scoring, it looks like it's going to be through the air.
Okay, break.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal.
Set up. Check smash.
Man in motion here.
19 tight. 19 tight. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Check go.
3rd and long for him here. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys make it a 1-score game in the first half. Lining up now to try the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Cowboys cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Come out throwing. Cut by Diggs. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
First and 10, looking to throw. Hit some space around midfield. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. The Jets pushing for a score before the break. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 46, Wilson's got it. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. 2 men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
Still sticking with the passing game. That's complete to Wilson. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
First down, New York.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. They are throwing it again. That's caught at the 4. He has the New York touchdown. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
The extra point is up, and it is good. And the Jets drive their lead to 11. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Back at 60. There we go, sack. Come 19. Come 19. Hup.
Throwing it to start this drive. Finds a seam down the middle. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
It began at the 30 and has now jumped to first and 10 all the way down inside the red zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys make it a one-score game before halftime. It's a Marquise Brown touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, first and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
60 by 6. 60 by 6.
He'll throw it. Finding Judy. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front, they didn't give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Looking to the air here. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. The Jets take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
He'll throw it yet again. Connection made to Judy. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Timeout taken by New York. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. From the 44-yard line now, first and 10. Throwing from the gun. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. Looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. They'll throw it again. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining. Looking for his wide receiver there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
They'll try and throw it here. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
So from a mile away, they'll send out the field goal unit to take a shot at this one. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And a 4-point lead, it shall remain.
Hey, listen, I know kickers are arguably better today than they've ever been in the history of football. But anything from 60-plus is still awfully ambitious. And that time, it didn't pan out.
Let's go now. Warriors 70. 79 Bronco.
One final shot before halftime. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Shot alert, shot alert. Let's go. Ready?
This is Warren headed right. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Cougar 19. Viking 18. Street. 18 Raptor. Let go.
Second and 13. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Jets take over on his 5th interception of the season. Well, you kind of had a feeling, Brock, that they were going to be passing early and often, coming out of the locker room on the losing side of things, right? And that coverage, man, they knew it too. Right there to make a play on the very first throw.
Yeah, no doubt. I think in any of our minds, they knew a throw was coming defensively, and that's fine. You could know it's coming, but you got to then go out and execute and take it away. Played right into their hands, and now a chance to add to this lead.
And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
19 tight, 19 tight. 70-10 the Wolves.
Here's a throw. This is reeled in by Wilson. And he's able to get this down to the 13. That's a pickup of 9. And it's good enough for a New York first down. From the red zone now. He brings it in. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the gun, it's Hall. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Here we go, set. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Back row 80.
Complete on the option. And that's a New York touchdown. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out. And it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chance for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw. But, hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jets drive their lead to 11. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
70 Lions.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
Trap 60, trap 60.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Ferguson there to bring it in. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says 2 things in every production meeting. Number 1, well, we got to stop the run. And number 2, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
To throw here on 1st down. Warren's got it, complete. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Kate, I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers. It's awesome with tight ends. But when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
They're now set for 1st and 10.
Roll, roll, roll. Hut, hut.
A give left side to Warren. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Go. Get up.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
Go.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
The Cowboys offense remains on the field. They're going to line up and go for 2 here.
Here we go.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
19, Pioneer. Ready, ready?
He's throwing for it. This is caught. And they get the 2-point conversion. He's in the lead. Only a field goal now. Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go now. Bronco switch, Bronco switch.
They start the drive with Hall. And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Diggs there to bring it in. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That one hits for 30. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
Well, the offense wanted to spark, and he delivered a lightning bolt. Huge gain that totally changes the tone of this drive.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win. There aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 31. He's got it near the 10. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Jets make it a 9-point advantage. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
That one right down the middle. And the Jets make it a 10-point ball game. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
I think we're seeing why this defense likes him in coverage. He reacts so well to throws and is even more adept in breaking up those passes.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. He's dropping back to throw. It's taken in by Lamb. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
5 DBs out there for the Jets. 3rd down. They'll run with Warren. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
3rd and inches, and you hate to see that run go backwards. I just take myself back to a huddle, and you know you're imploring your guys, listen, just give us a little bit of a push, and we will move the sticks. Instead, well, the defense is energized with that stop.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That's complete to Wilson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. Only took him one play partner, and they've already made it to that 40-yard line. We're through 3 on this holiday weekend. The Jets have it with a lead to start the 4th, but the win's not secure quite yet. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Wilson's got it. Rolling into enemy territory. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
Ball takes it straight ahead. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard.
I've talked to running backs over the years, Kate, the transition from the college game to the pro game. They'll tell you, there's just times in the NFL you got to run into darkness. You run into a lot of bodies. Perfect example of that on the 1st down play.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Pass taken in by Diggs. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. They'll come up 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal. Ready?
Hall running between the tackles. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I don't know, Kate. I didn't think he had it. That back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the first down. Pops up right away and signals first down.
All set up now for 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Tight end going in motion here. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Ready?
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Dropping back to throw. That pass is complete to McBride. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
To the air, 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. Touchdown, New York. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock, getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners. There'll be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game.
Yeah.
That's well done.
On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
19 Lions. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. Go.
He'll look to throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. Here we go. Shot.
Throwing now from the gun. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage of this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
79 Broncos. Ready?
Here he is on 3rd and long. That's Lamb running a slant. And a nice gain here, but it's stopped short of the 1st.
At the 6. 18 rattle. 18 rattle. 19 tight. 19 tight. Hunt.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He's got it to his running back. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They only needed a couple, and that is what they got. Not the most impressive gain, but a big one as they get the 1st.
Cougar 19. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready?
Still sticking with the passing game. Finds a seam down the middle. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Set, go.
From the red zone now. This throw is caught. And he drives this forward to the 6. It's 2nd and goal. Throwing it again here. He's got it. And he takes it down to the 2, but no touchdown yet. He's out of bounds.
4 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and goal.
So now, here's 3rd and goal.
Come on, set.
Throwing from the gun here. And the defender comes away with it. And the Jets take over as he records his 10th career INT.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, well, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
They'll start this one out with Hall. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1.
New set of downs is not off to a real good start here, Cates. And I know every yard counts in this league, but that lone yard, it's not going to really change what they're thinking about doing here on 2nd down.
So rather than let the 2-minute warning hit, the defense burns the first of its timeouts. All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning.
Here we go.
They give on 2nd to Hall. And this defense continuing to erase the ground game. This one stopped at the line. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9.
Let's go now. Trap 60.
Back to throw now. He's got it deep downfield. Into the red zone. It's a New York touchdown. The Jets put up even more points in a win. It's a Jerry Jeudy touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. They'll try this extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jets make it a 24-point ball game. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go.
They'll start the drive with Warren. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Ready?
From the 32. And they pick him off again. Sauce Gardner with the INT. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown. Defense getting in on the fun, Brock, with that fourth quarter lead as they provide a nice little boost there with the pick six.
Yeah, you could feel some of the desperation of this offense, and when you get into that mode, it is danger time. Defenses love to take advantage of it. I always say to you, Kate, play fast but never in a hurry. You can't be rushed offensively because you can often be rushed into mistakes like that.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jets grow their lead yet again. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Viking 18. Set.
They'll start on the ground here with Warren. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
On 2nd down, Warren gets it again. And he found some running room for a nice gain. He picks up 8 on the run, and now they're going to have 3rd and 4.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
3rd and 4 coming up now. They're throwing it. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th.
Set.
Back to throw. His running back catches it downfield. And this is all for cosmetics as he's in for the late touchdown. The Cowboys making the scoreboard look a touch better. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. The Jets are able to recover the kick. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it. Even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game. They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down. So it's a road win for the Jets.
And just a week after being soundly defeated, they're back out there playing a much better brand of football. Short memories prevail, Brock, as they move past that loss and get back to some winning football. So for Brock Heward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time.